Morning, everybody. Sorry, good afternoon. In the last class, we have seen different modules in Python. In this class, we will be dealing a random module, and this module will be used to generate random numbers and all kind of random functions. Okay. As I promised in the last class, that we will be seeing two games in this class. Okay. At the end of this class, you will be learning two games, your childhood games, in fact. What you need to do is, after this class, you develop your own game and submit it to me. Okay, let's see. Before that, we'll see what random module is and the different functions in that module. Fine. Yeah. Yes, this is your random module functions. The first one is seed. It is used as a random number generator. As of now, we don't need it. What we actually need out of this is, rand int. It generates a random number between a given range. Either you can use rand int or rand range. Okay, both works the same way. This works even for real numbers. This works only for integers. This is in bits, which we don't use for this programming. And choice is random, returns random element from the given sequence. That we will see maybe in the next class. And choices, it returns the random selection of given sequence, maybe the list. That also we'll see in the next class. And this is what we'll be doing, or we will be using shuffle. Okay, what does it do is, it shuffles the numbers in random order. We'll see. And a sample, it gives a sample sequence out of the random numbers. And random, any float value between 0 and 1. Today we don't need it. And uniform, maybe next class. So I'll be handling this shuffle and rand int. Using these two functions, we will learn two games. I think you all might have learned this game in your childhood. That is, how many of you played Sita Rama? We will be writing on the chits: Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, okay, Hanuma, and the Rama need to guess the Sita. If he guesses right, he will be getting the 1000 marks, as the rest of the people will be getting their own marks. This is not the way. This is not the same replica. Here the intention is to find the location of Sita in the list of elements. That's it. No scores like 1000, 0, 800, 700, 600. No scores. The thing is, the player is Rama and he need to identify the Sita. In how many tries will he identify the Sita is the game score. In how many tries does the player identifies the Sita is the game score. And if this game is played with 2 or 3 people, the person who gets the more score is the loser, because it is on tries. Now the person who gets Sita in less tries is the winner. Okay, so let's start. Fine. Here I'll be using the concepts of lists, loops, maybe conditional statements, and random module. Yes, I'm importing the random module. Import random as R, which means wherever I need to call it as random, I will be calling it as R. Okay, R. Now let the list contains these names. The names are Rama and Sita, Hanuma, Bharata. Oh, forgot Lakshmana. Lakshmana will have here. Lakshmana, Hanuma, Bharata, and Satrugna. Fine. So these are the list of names in L. L is a list. which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names. Here Rama is at 0th location, Sita at first location, Lakshmana at second, Hanuma third, Bharata fourth, and Satrughna fifth. Total 6. It starts from 0 and ends with 5. So the location is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What you need to do is you need to input the location. You need to input the location of Sita. If it is in that location, then you won. Else, you will be losing. Okay. Before that, let me explain the shuffle function. So if I print the same list in this way, see what happens. Print L, the same list without any change in order. The list has been printed. Now, what I'll do is I'm shuffling the list using a function in random module. Shuffle of L. R is for random dot shuffle of L is for list. Okay, L is my list name. Now see what happens. This is your original list, but after shuffling, the names got shuffled, right? Or if you want to print before shuffling and after shuffling, it's fine. I'll show you. Before shuffling list, after shuffling. Okay. So before shuffling, it is Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, Hanuma, Bharata, and Satrughna. After shuffling, Sita, Satrughna, Rama, Lakshmana, Hanuma, and Bharata. And it changes for every time. It is not, see again. Yes. See the below list, it changes. I'm executing it again. Sita, Rama, Lakshmana is present order. Now Satrughna, Sita, Rama is other order. So we cannot predict. It is completely a random choice. Just the way we played Sita, Rama is also a random choice, right? Completely random using the concept of random numbers, okay, or random module. Sorry. So using this shuffle, I will develop a game. Okay, fine. Now, what I'll do is I need to repeat this task for many times, or we'll do that thing later. Okay, no problem. We'll repeat. While true means infinite loop. While true means infinite loop. Here, I will be reading the position of Sita, or I will get the input from the user. What is the position of Sita? So I need to write an input and output statement. So say it as input equal to position, since it is an integer, int of input. You know all these syntaxes, right? Enter position of Sita. So that position will be in input. Now I will shuffle r dot shuffle of L, which means the list the elements in the list or items in the list get shuffled in any which way, in any random way. Okay. And if that input list lo L of INP, what does it mean? L ante list lo INP ane position lo, ante nenu read chesina position lo ganaka Sita unte అన్న కేసు. ఇఫ్ లిస్ట్ లో నేను రీడ్ చేసిన పొజిషన్ లో ఎంటర్ పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ సీత అని అడిగింది కదా, ఆ పొజిషన్ లో గనక సీత ఉంటే ప్రింట్ యు వన్ అండ్ బ్రేక్ ఇట్, which means breaking the loop. Okay, this is the winning case. What if the Sita is not present in that position? Then else simply count the try, like try again laga, count equal to count plus 1. Have I declared the count variable? No. Yes, I'll declare the count variable. Count equal to 0 initially. If it is true position, I'm shuffling. Shuffle అయిన position లో గనక Sita ఉంటే 1, else లేదు. But you just need to see whether the computer is doing the task right or not. Okay, you can print the list here. Print Sita is here where comma L. షఫల్ అయిన తర్వాత లిస్ట్ ఎలా అయితే ఉంటుందో ఆ లిస్ట్ అంతా ఇక్కడ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది సింగిల్ లైన్. 1 అయితే 1, లేకపోతే ఇట్ కీప్స్ ఆన్ రిపీటింగ్ దిస్ థింగ్. అగైన్ ఇట్ విల్ రీడ్ ఇన్పుట్, షఫల్ అవుతుంది, సీతా లిస్ట్ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. ఇఫ్ ద ఇన్పుట్ ఆ లొకేషన్ లో కనుక సీతా ఉంటే యూ విల్ బి 1, U1, ఎల్స్ కౌంట్ అగైన్. ఇలా లూప్ ఎన్నిసార్లు అయితే రిపీట్ అయ్యిందో అన్ని ఛాన్సెస్ మీరు తీసుకున్నారని అర్థం. అందుకే నేను కౌంట్ మెయింటైన్ చేశాను. నువ్వు ఇది ఫాల్స్ అయిందంటే నువ్వు ఫెయిల్ అయ్యావని అర్థం. ఇది ట్రూ అయిందంటే నువ్వు 1 అయ్యావని. నువ్వు ఫెయిల్ అయిన ప్రతిసారి ఎల్స్కి వెళ్తావు, ఎల్స్కి వెళ్ళి కౌంట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తావు, అంటే యూఆర్ టేకింగ్ 1 more ఛాన్స్. అండ్ లూప్ ఈస్ ఫర్ ఇన్ఫినిట్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్. సో లూప్ ఎలా బ్రేక్ అవ్వాలి? 1 అయితే బ్రేక్ అవుతావు, నువ్వు గెలవకపోతే బ్రేక్ అవ్వవు. సో ఇట్ కీప్స్ ఆన్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు ఫైండ్ ద Sita లొకేషన్ until you find Sita. Okay, so this is a very small game, a small function, shuffle. Okay, now finally you need to print in how many tries. You won, you took, comma, your tries was maintained in count, no, count, comma, tries. You took count variable ఎంత అయితే అది ఆ వాల్యూ, కామా ట్రైస్. డబుల్ కోట్ లో ఏదైతే ఉందో అది యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గా ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. డబుల్ కోట్ లో లేనిది వేరియబుల్ కింద లెక్క, విచ్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హోల్డింగ్ సమ్ వాల్యూ అండ్ దట్ వాల్యూ విల్ బి ప్రింటెడ్. అండ్ ఆల్ దీస్ వర్ సెపరేటెడ్ బై సింప్లీ బై కామా. అదే ఏ సిఓ జావా అయితే %d %f తో సరదా తీరిపోయేది, అవునా? సో ఇక్కడ చాలా ఈజీ సింటాక్స్ ఇది printf. ఈవెన్ జావా యూ నీడ్ టు కంకాటినేట్ విత్ ప్లస్ ఆపరేటర్స్. ఓకే, so this is your game 1 that I thought of teaching you today. So let's compile. Hopefully there are no errors, right? Okay. Yes, enter the position of Sita. By looking at the program, I may enter the position of Sita as 1 because it starts from 0. But it means I am wrong because Sita is here where? Oh, she is at 0th position. నేను ఎంటర్ చేసింది ఫస్ట్ పొజిషన్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అగైన్ ఆస్కింగ్ మీ టు ఎంటర్ ద పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ Sita. Now what I'll do is I'm guessing it would be 3. No, it is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is at 4. Oh, just miss about. Enter the position of Sita. 2. No. 5. No. 2. Oh, finally I won. Yes, the position of Sita is at 2. 0 at Lakshmana, Bharata at first position, and Sita at second position. నేను ఎంటర్ చేసింది కూడా సెకండ్ పొజిషన్. 2 మ్యాచ్ అయినాయి. I won and I took 4 tries. Say this is my score. Let other person play the same game to find Sita. He may be getting 6 tries, which means I won than him. I won with him. Sorry, I won to him. Right? Or if you're playing with 3 people, it's okay. The least person who the least number of tries is the winner, because you need to find the Sita at any cost with a number of tries. The least n value, the person who gets the least n value is the winner. Got it? Yes. If you have any doubts, please respond in your chat window. A very small program, not even 15 lines. Major spaces on yes, maybe 15 lines, hardly. The key of the game is this one, shuffle. Okay, and the rest of the logic is if else so while. Okay. Understood? Okay, understood. Okay, then take a photograph or snapshot of this. You try to execute it at home. If necessary, you can modify this code according to your will and wish. It's up to you. Okay, this is how I thought of implementing, and I implemented. you can take this as like your input, and you can change it in such a way according to your requirements and develop a different game. You can take your names, like your classmate names. You can guess. I will give you an idea. Like you need to read two things. It will increase the complexity of the game. You need to read two things. One is name and position. If that particular name is at that particular position, then you are the winner. You need to read two things: input name and input position also. Your input name and in your input position should be in that list after shuffling. After shuffling, then you will be the winner. Else, you need to keep trying on. It really increases the complexity, and you will be getting lot of tries because here two dimensions. ఇక్కడ నాకు ఒక dimension and only position. But అక్కడ name with position. You're not checking Sita. You're checking the name and in that position. It's not that easy. Okay. That you try at home. Okay. Next we will see one more game. Just a minute. Yeah. The next game is, it's a very kid game. Like I'll tell you what it is, or I'll give a description about that game. Here what system will do is, it will generate a random number from 1 to 500. From 1 to 500. I need to predict that random number. Say the system have got the random number, say 300. I need to predict it is 300. And the system should help me to predict that number. The system should help me to predict that number. And if I can predict that number in less times, I will be the winner. Say if I'm playing with two people, if I have predicted the system's random number in 4 tries, and if my friend have predicted that random number in 6 random as R, importing the random module. Okay. Before that, I'll show that rand int, a function show the Monday, R dot rand int of 1, 500. I'm assigning that value to some input, INP. Okay. Now I will be printing that input, INP. So the random number generated is 426. Again. Now the random number generated is 351. Again. Now the random number generated is 474. Again. Now the random number generated is 307. I should predict this number. From 1 to 500, it will be generating any random number. And my task is to predict that random number. And how can I predict that? It should help me to predict. Okay. So see here. So I got the random number. Now I need to read the, say this is here the random number of system. So I'm making the variable as SR. S random number means system's random number. Okay. And I am taking input here. Okay, I'll put this in loop because it contains number of tries, right? So it should be in loop. Okay. Input. It is a random number, so the input should be of type integer. Input function. Enter your number. Enter your number. So I will be entering some number between 1 to 500. It need to check whether my number is equal to the system's random number. That is input double equal to SR. If the input is equal to system's random number, then I won. In that way, print you won. And if I won, I need not continue, right? I can break the loop and break the loop. Okay, now What if my input random number is not equal to system's random number? Then it should help me to guess, right? It should help me to predict the random number. See how. Else if my input random number is SR, means system random number kante takku unte, input random number is less than system random number, which means I have predicted the number low. Say the system's random number is 307, and say if I give input as 150 is less than 307, which means I have predicted low, or I have guessed it low. So system should tell me you guessed it low. System should tell me you guessed it low. So what I should do next time? I should give a higher number. Say, so it should print you guess it low. Try again. Try again or give it high. Any message of you. Okay. Now the third case, if the input is equal to system's random number, I won and break the loop. If it is less than, it is saying that I have guessed it low and ask me to try again. If it is ఈ రెండు ఫాల్స్ అయినాయి అనుకోండి, ఇది ఫాల్స్ అయింది అంటే ఈక్వల్ కాదు అని అర్థం. లెస్ దాన్ అని అడిగాను, అది ఫాల్స్ అయింది అంటే ఏంటి అర్థం? గ్రేటర్ దాన్. ఉన్నాయి 3 కేసెస్, లెస్ దానా, గ్రేటర్ దానా, ఈక్వల్ అని అడిగాను, కాదు అంది. లెస్ దాన్ అడిగాను, కాదు అంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎల్స్. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్, ఇట్ షుడ్ help me saying that you guessed it high. Try again. Okay. For every, this is completely false ladder. Okay. ఈ లూప్ ఎన్నిసార్లు అయితే రిపీట్ అయిందో అన్ని ట్రైస్ నువ్వు తీసుకున్నట్టు, అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ యూ విల్ బి రీడింగ్ ఏ నెంబర్ or enter your number or enter your choice, whatever. Okay. So for that, I'm maintaining a count variable, count plus 1. Okay, this is a small loop. Okay, since you're second year people, you can understand this loop, right? And you are aware of the C language and all this. Such a small program. Now I need to print the final output. You took how many tries? Okay, you took the number of tries are maintained in where? In which variable? Count variable. Count, comma. You took count tries to win and చెప్పి conclude చేయాలి. Again, it is just a 15 lines code which will really help you and boost your memory power. Okay, in identifying the or predicting the system's random number, because you need to just see, you will get to know, don't worry. So let my random number be, I think it would be better if the system asks me to enter a random number between 1 to 500. For that, I'll write a code. Let me write that code. Print enter any random number between 1 to 500. So system is giving me an information, or I have written an output statement saying that array enter any number between 1 to 500, so that the player will get to know. Ante can enter number and 1000 icheste. So let us give a chance to the player to enter, request him to enter a number from 1 to 500. So enter any number between 1 to 500. Now I can give a number from 1 to 500. Let that number be 450. Oh, there is an error. You guessed it high. Till that, okay. Since it's an interpreter, అక్కడ దాకా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసిన తర్వాత కౌంట్. ఓకే, కౌంట్ డిక్లేర్ చేయలేదండి. count equal to 0 initial, or I can put it as a very beginning statement, not an issue. Flow into disturb cheyadam. Okay, so run, enter any number between 1 to 1 to 500. Let my number be 450. It is saying that you guessed it low, which means the number is from 450 to 500. 450 అనే నెంబర్ నేను తక్కువ గెస్ చేశాను అంటూ, అవునా? సో ఐ విల్ బి గివింగ్ ఎ నెంబర్ ఫ్రమ్ 450 to 500, 475. Again it is saying I guessed it low, which means the number is in between 475 to 500. 490. Still it is low. Oh, 495 is high, which means the system random number is in between 490 and 495, because when I gave 490, it is saying I guessed it low. So I gave a high number, that is 495. Okay, now it is saying high, which means that the number is in between 490 and 495. So let us see that. I'll give 493. Yes, I won. So how many tries I took? 4 tries to win this game. Okay, so possibly it's a good score, no? Let us play again. Or you respond in your, no, your people are more, you will be giving different numbers. I'll be giving again random. So now my random number is, say again, 150. I guessed it low, which means the system's random number is higher than 150. So I am predicting it to be 250. Oh, low. I am predicting it to be 300. Still low. 400. High, which means the number is in between 300 and 400. See, system is helping me to predict its random number, right? Yeah, this is the game. So 300 ki 400 ki majno unna. 350. High, which means the random number is in between 300 and 350. Between number 325. High. 325 high. Ante 300 ki 325 ki majno. 312. High. Ante 300 ki 312 ki majno. 305. High. Ante 300 ki 305 ki majno. 303. Yes, I won, and it took me 8 tries to win. But you know, 150, 250, I almost reached to 300 in third try itself. But the number is actually 303. I almost reached to 300 in third try itself, but it landed me somewhere in 8 tries. So in order to win this game, I'll give you a cheat technique. Okay, that is, we call that as binary searching technique. We can do it so that, you know, you will be winning this game hardly, say it is 500, not 2 power 8, maybe less than 8 tries lo గెలిచేస్తావు నేను చెప్పిన టెక్నిక్ ఫాలో అయితే. ఓకే, చూడండి జాగ్రత్త. any number in between 1 to 500, it's a cheating technique. Okay, but don't share this with your friends. Okay, don't let them cheat. Since you people know what binary search, no, you are second year, no? Maybe in data structures you will be learning that, then you can know what binary search is, but still no problem. I'll give you a basic idea. Run, enter your random number, always give half the number, 250. So it gave you high, which means the number is in between 1 to 250. Okay, now give the half of that number. Ante 1 ki 250 ki majna half. 1 ki 250 ki majna half 125. Now it is saying high. Ante the number is in between 1 to 125. Andulo half 62. High end 1 to 62 majlo 30 or 31. Even it is high. 1 to 30 majlo 15. Low end. So the number is in between 15 and 300. Sorry, 15 and 30. 15 ki 30 ki మధ్యన ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ నెంబర్ ని మనం ప్రిడిక్ట్ చేయాలి. సో 15, 30కి మధ్యన సే ఇటు 10 అటు 10 పోతే మేక్ ఇట్ 25 కాదు 22 లో. సో ద నెంబర్ ఈస్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ 22 and 30. నో 22కి 30కి మధ్యన 27 లో, అంటే 27కి 30కి మధ్యన ఉంది. 29, yes, as I said, 7 tries. Okay, 8 tries లోపే దొరికేస్తుంది నెంబర్. సో it will be a benefit thing for you. Or if you're trying it in a random way, sometimes it may lead to 15 or 20 tries also, if you're very bad luck enough. But it will give you in less than 8 tries if you follow this half logic. హాఫ్ అంటే నేను చేసినట్టు రేంజ్కి ఎప్పుడు హాఫ్ ప్రిడిక్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉండండి, మీకు త్వరగా దొరికేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ యువర్ సెకండ్ గేమ్. టేకింగ్ దిస్ గేమ్ యాజ్ ఎ మోటివేషన్, యూ కెన్ డెవలప్ యువర్ ఓన్ గేమ్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ ర్యాండమ్. లైక్ దీనికి కూడా ఐడియా ఏమంటే ఇస్తాను. లైక్ మీరు ఒక ర్యాండమ్ నెంబర్ ఒక ర్యాండమ్ నెంబర్ సిస్టమ్ జనరేట్ చేయమని చెప్పండి, మీరొకటి జనరేట్ చేయండి. మీరు జనరేట్ చేసిన ర్యాండమ్ నెంబరు అదే ఇది కదా, ఇట్స్ ఓకే, యూ ట్రై యువర్ ఓన్ గేమ్. ఓకే, దెర్ ఆర్ ఎనఫ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ గేమ్స్, జస్ట్ గూగుల్ ఇట్, గూగుల్ చేయండి, ఏమన్నా ఐడియాస్ వస్తాయేమో. ఆర్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ యువర్ చైల్డ్హుడ్ గేమ్స్, you can implement, no issue. But Python is really interesting. Okay, we'll see in the next class. Do you have any issues with this program, or shall you play again? No need, I guess, right? 3 times on a Monday. Okay. Okay, in the next class we will see some more random functions. If possible, I will come up with 2 more games with that random functions. Let us make this Python very interesting. Okay, thank you.